hallelujah, hallelujah. We thank you, O most holy Spirit that hovered upon the earth, the Spirit that hovered upon the darkness, in the darkness, that moved upon the waters and say, be, and it is. And we thank you for those things that are the trees, the birds, the air, the babies, just the neighbor next door. We thank you for all these things that you've given us so freely. And we thank you for your creation of us, that we should produce after our kind, that we should do the things that are right in your sight. Yet we do have a problem. We have become puffed up by the leaven of this world. We have become puffed up by the things that we hear and see each day. Our young are going astray, and even the middle age, even the old, some are trying to be young and some are trying to be old, but yet we need you. We so easy to follow after the other ways of other nations and other peoples that we don't see you. Yet we even pray and make idols of our ancestors and idols of devils and all these other things that we don't even understand, or we think we understand that they exist. Yes, it's a funny thing that things are happening in this day, even according as your word should put it. And we thank you for these things, but we ask for deliverance. We ask for revival. We ask for a worldwide revival of the things that have Israel may be resurrected. That those old dry bones may come up, as the prophet saw. Yes, we ask you to deal with us in your mighty name. Yes, yes, yes. We give God the glory and the praise. We thank God for you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Those of you on TikTok and YouTube platforms, we thank God for you. Today we're coming from Exodus 36, a continuation of Exodus 35. And we're going to come from verse 1. Then wrought Bezaleel and Aholiab and every wise-hearted man in whom the I Am put wisdom and understanding to know how to work all manners of work for the service of the sanctuary according to all that the I Am hath commanded. See, some of you got too much sense. You think you do. The I Am can put things in your mind and you just know it. See, he does it by design, his own design, not by what you think or how you think he should be. How should you judge? Can a man judge God? Can a man judge the Creator? Can the thing created judge the one that created him and ask him, why did you make me like this? No! I think many of us have gotten pretty sick over this thing. In verse 2, and Moses called Bezaleel and Aholiab, and every wise-hearted man in whose heart the I Am had put wisdom. In other words, that wisdom was to do a craft. The wisdom was to do what the I Am had told or described unto Moses. And he already put it in their heart. All Moses had to say is just do it. And he said, even everyone whose heart stirred him up to come to the work to do it. And they received Moses. And they didn't need no resume. No. They didn't need no experience and all these things, no letter of experience. God already put those things there. How do you think people got these crafts and they know how to do different things in each culture and every design of society? How do you think they do this? The Most High allows it. Yes, he allows it. He allows it. He allows spirits to teach him. This comes from the Most High. And all the wise men wrought all the work of the sanctuary, and came every man from his work which they made. And they spake unto Moses, saying, the people bring much more than enough for the service of the work which the I Am commanded to make. And Moses gave commandment that they caused it to be complained throughout the camp, or proclaimed throughout the camp, saying, let neither man nor woman make any more work for the offering of the sanctuary. So the people were restrained from bringing. And for the stuff they had was sufficient for all the work to make it, and too much. Yes. See, that's when we know we're doing a work for God. Not only it benefits our worship, but it also benefits those around us. Where houses are built, roads are built. I mean, we just know what to do. We know how to do it. But yet, many of us don't. Where everything is, food is grown and people are fed and babies jumping up and down the street. Yes, and people are protected. Yes. And we thank God for that. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. Yes, it's going to happen. For the stuff they had was sufficient. Okay, we're going to verse 8. And every wise-hearted man among them that wrought the work of the tabernacle made 10 curtains of fine twined linen and blue and purple and scarlet. And with cherubims of cunning work made he them. The length of one curtain was 20 and 8 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain was 4 cubits, and the curtains were all one size. And he coupled 5 curtains one to another, and the other curtains he coupled one to another, and he made loops of blue on the edge of one curtain from the selvage into the coupling. Likewise he made the uttermost side of the other curtain in the coupling of the second. 50 loops made he in one curtain, and 50 loops made he in the edge of the curtain which is in the coupling of the second. The loops held one curtain to another, and he made 50 taches of gold and coupled the curtains one to another with the taches, so it became one tabernacle. Woo! How so the people, with each man's gift, whether it's spiritual or whether it's finite or infinite, whether it's a skill or whether it's just praying or fasting, it all came together to what? To one tabernacle. One people, one voice, hollering unto the Most High, saying, hey, oh, hallelujah, saying, hey, thank you, O Most Holy Sanini Nanini, for all that you have done. One tabernacle, that the Most High might dwell, that one heart, one people speaking with one voice. Yes, you know the enemy would try to keep you from being one, especially one before the Most High Eve and Sanini Nanini. You know that, right? Okay, I'm glad you do. Now, the length of one curtain, and he made curtains of goat's hair for the tent of the tabernacle, even curtains he made them. And the length of one curtain was 30 cubits, and 4 cubits was the breadth of one curtain, and 11 curtains were of one size. And he coupled 5 curtains by themselves, and 6 curtains by themselves, and he made 50 loops upon the outermost edge of the curtain in the coupling, and 50 loops he made upon the edge of the curtain which completed the second. And he made taches of brass to couple the tent together, that it might be one. There go that one again. And he made a covering for the tent of ram skins, dyed red, and covering of badger skin. That's still that misnomer above that. And he made boards of tabernacle shittim wood standing up, and the length of a board was 10 cubits, and the breadth of one board 1 cubit and a half. One board and 2 tenons equally distant from another. Thus he made for all the boards of the tabernacle. He made boards for the tabernacle, 20 boards for the south side and southward. 40 sockets of silver made he under 20 boards, 2 sockets under one board for his 2 tenons, and 2 sockets under another board for his 2 tenons. For the other side of the tabernacle, which is toward the north, he made 20 boards, and there are 40 sockets of silver, 2 sockets under one board and 2 sockets under another board. For the sides of the tabernacle westward, he made 6 boards, and 2 boards he made for the corners of the tabernacle in the 2 sides, and they were coupled beneath the couple together and head thereof to one ring, and thus he did both of them in both of the corners. And there were 8 boards, and their sockets were 16 sockets of silver, under every board 2 sockets. And he made bars of shittim wood, 5 for boards of the one side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards on the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the tabernacle for the sides westward. And he made the middle bar to shoot through the boards from one end to the other, and he overlaid the boards with gold, and made their rings of gold to be places for the bars, and overlaid the bars with gold. And he made the veil of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen, and with cherubims he made it of cunning work. And he made thereunto 4 pillars of shittim wood, and overlaid them with gold, and their hooks were of gold. And he cast them 4 sockets of silver. And he made a hanging for the tabernacle door of blue, purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen of needlework. And the 5 pillars of it were hooks he overlaid with the chapters, and their fillets with gold for their 5 sockets of brass. What a beautiful thing. It's so beautiful when brethren, when sisters, when children all work together for one common goal, and that is the tabernacle, even that spiritual tabernacle that's before the great I am. And with that, we're going to say peace.